Seal.
Seal?
But it's
Are you allowed to go into the seal hospital?
I don't know, Marie. I've just got here myself.
Now, the grey seals in here, the fully grown grey seals that you can see swimming about, are permanent residents here at the sanctuary. That means they've been brought in and due to various problems with their health or indeed their histories, they are unsuitable for re-release back out into the wild. That means the adults in here will remain with us at week to be looked after and of course fed for the rest of their days. The other aspect of work that goes on here is of course the pup rescue work that goes on during the winter months. The main reason that the seal sanctuary was put together over 40 years ago. Wild grey seals, which are in need of help around the Cornish and the Devonshire coastline, are rescued, brought back to the sanctuary, and nursed back to health in the hospital at the top of the site up there, and then brought down into this pool to learn to socialise with other seals and compete, of course, with each other for their food before they are ready to be returned back out to sea. There are two different aspects of the work you can see in this one pool. What I will do is introduce you to each of the adults in turn, because they all have very distinct characters in here. Then I'll explain a little bit about the pup rescue work that starts around the month of September here in Cornwall and goes right through to January. Now you may notice here this morning a rather large seal. He's hiding out in nursery pool number 1 over there this morning. You can see him desperately flapping his flipper there, trying to get Olga's attention for some extra fish. His name is Magnus, and Magnus is the oldest chap on site at around 28 years old. Now he started his life in Edinburgh Zoo, and he was very well looked after there. People at Edinburgh decided that it would be nice for Magnus to actually live with other grey seals, so he was promptly moved to the Scarborough Sea Life Centre. Magnus remained there in relative bliss for a number of years, but with increasing age, it became apparent that he wasn't competing well for his food up there. Now, at Scarborough, they rescue grey seals, as we do here at Gweek during the winter months, but they also rescue common or harbour seals right the way throughout the summer. So the whole year round, you can see the facility is very busy, and poor old Magnus had lots of pups whizzing around him in the water feeding him fish. He lost a bit of weight, became depressed, and then it was decided that he should be moved to another site which was quieter for his retirement. Now Magnus is the classic grey seal. You can have a look at him over there. He's got a lovely big Roman or dog-shaped nose. This is the classic of the male, of the grey seal. Now Magnus is in excess of 2 metres in length and weighs around 250 kilos. So to organise his move took a little bit of thought. The actual territorial army up in Scarborough assisted his move by winching him out of the bottom of his pool in a cage and loaded him up in the back of a horse box, because such a heavy chap, we weren't able to lift him ourselves. 10 hours later, he arrived here at Gweek. Now Magnus has got a sweetheart in this pool. Her name is Honey. She's the rather large female you may have seen at the side of the pool there, trying to raid Lindsay's bucket of fish as she came in. Honey is a partially sighted female. There she is, her head popped up over towards the end of the pool. She seems to have a little bit of a vacant expression on her face. This is because she doesn't see very well. Vague shadows and movements. So we do concentrate on spot feeding Honey in the pool, dropping the fish in front of her, so she can feel the vibrations in the water with her whiskers, and of course then receive her fair share of food. The other girls in here, you can see Annika right next door to Honey there at the moment. She's a slimline fit seal in this pool. She's partially brain damaged, but she does show some very strange behavioural traits. There you are, Honey can't wait for her fish bowls this morning. We've got Sheba, who's at the far end of the pool over there now, their little head popping out. She's a beautifully, wonderfully looking seal, lovely and attractive is Sheba, really sweet face, lots of long whiskers on her nose. Now she is partially sighted as well. If you go to the underwater observatory, you can watch Sheba down there, because she often tends to fall asleep standing on her head. What you can see Lindsay and Olga doing in here this morning, running around the pool for their lives, is actually trying to offer our adults and of course the pups in here some form of exercise. Because here in the pool, of course, they receive their feed on twice a day day basis. They don't have to swim and exercise against waves and currents and forage for their food as they would in the wild. So this gives them a moving target. According to the zoo licensing laws of this country, we are unable to feed our seals on live food, so this is the next best option. Start with fishing rods. There you go. Moving on to the pup rescue work. Of course, the fish poles here this morning is good fun for the adults, but it also teaches our pups how to move through the water and compete, become more supple, and hopefully, of course, chase the fish, which is a moving target. The pups here, 80% of them are brought to the sanctuary because they are malnourished or dehydrated. They're given 24 hours emergency toilet therapy when they first reach the hospital. This is to help combat the shock that their tiny bodies are under, either due to the health problems that they have, or indeed, of course, coming into captivity and being handled in the first time in their lives. After the first 24 hours of fluid therapy, the animals are moved onto a feeding program. And this really does depend on the age of the pup. Now, under 3 weeks old, the pups should be suckling milk from their mothers every 4 hours, day and night. So if they come in at this sort of age, this is what we have to do for them. We give them an artificial milk mixture, which is manufactured in America and flown every 4 hours, day and night, to the regime that their mothers would give them in the wild. And gradually, of course, approaching 3 weeks old, they start to be ready to be weaned. Now, the weaning process is quite blunt for these pups, for these animals out in the wild. What will happen is their mum will go out into the sea to fish one day and she will never return to suckle her pup. The pup is left high and dry on its birthing beach. It loses its baby coat, its white fluffy coat, and for the first time in its life, it'll sport a grey spotted affair, which you can see the guys in here with. This is a waterproof fur. They are now equipped to go out into the sea for the first time to hunt for themselves. Now, most of the pups that come to the sanctuary are at this sort of stage in their development. They have problems either with their health or maybe with just finding a proper food source, and of course coming to the sanctuary is a bit thin and bedraggled. We can put them onto a fish diet. Occasionally the pups need encouragement by force feeding, but gradually when they feel the benefits of eating the fish for themselves, they soon learn how to feed properly. We can introduce them then into some water for the first time. The pups learn that the fish is found in the water, not from the animal care team's hand here at the sanctuary, and then they have to learn to forage and search about for their food, of course, a little bit more naturally. Now, some of the pups you'll see in here are quite swift and agile at the fish poles game already. We've got 4 pups left in this pool. Now, one of them I will tell you about because you may have seen him on the TV lately. His name is Ming, and you can see Lindsay there trying to encourage him to chase some fish this morning. Nice rounded brown pup. Ming is brain damaged, so he's been moved here from Scotland actually to take up permanent residence in this pool. He's not fit to actually be released back out into the wild. And 3 other pups in here are the last vestiges of last breeding season's rescues. Last season we rescued 53 animals in all, and you can see now, of course, that 50 of those have already gone back out to the sea where they deserve to be, where it's best for them to be. By having a look in here, you can see the pups that are here. We've got one little individual called Tamsin, who you'll see swimming around, he's only got one eye. We do have other problems with the pups that come back to the sanctuary. Some of them aren't just thin and bedraggled, some of them have very definite injuries. This past breeding season, we've had eye infections and ear infections. We've had broken and missing teeth, broken lower jaws, broken bones in fore and rear flippers. We've had pneumonias, we've had fishing net injuries, all sorts of parasites and infected bite wounds. Now, the pups here are treated in the same way as your cat or your dog will be treated at the vet. They're supplied with any medication that they would require, including antibiotics. In a month, we wouldn't be able to continue rescuing grey seal pups during the winter season. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for listening. If anyone has any questions at all, please feel free to ask either myself or the other girls here this morning on the animal care team, all sporting green shirts, and we all smell like mackerel as well. You can't miss us. If you follow the fish mobile, our lovely red car, back down site now. I think the next call to be fed will be around the sea lions. So we'll announce that over the tannoy in a few seconds. Make your way back down site and you can see.
Where are you going, Ellie? Lost them. It looks like God.
Wow, Catherine. Catherine, look. Look how big he is.
Can I see how big he
Whoa. Stunning.
Look at him stand up on there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next feed of the morning will be taking place in a few moments' time in the Patagonian sea lion pool. That's the next feed of the morning to be taking place shortly in the Patagonian sea lion pool.
This one, I think.
You want to go in there?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah. Okay, no, it's dinner time.
Well, still, don't you? From the looks of him.
What's your name?
Mr. Sea Lion. These are things. Carrots. Carrots is called.
Let them coming in. The engine's banging against the fence. That's his hair coming in. Come on, back up. Did you catch that?
Oh yeah, you got the fish.
The seagull did? You didn't see it.
Nick the fish off the fish.
Don't miss your crap, boy. Cool for that one, isn't he? Good go. Excuse me.
You got it.
You getting him? I'm just doing before. It's Mick Quinn that used to play for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Big, isn't it, that?
Brilliant.
I can't get to see it like that with the rain here. Just sails. Just lots of seals like this. Just get a picture of this. If they come up.
You're fishing that bottom, right?
The wild, you can just let them out.
You only get to see what? Well, what else do you want to see them do? I don't think they'll play cricket.
Look,